Here in Indiana, Indiana Senator Linda Rogers is proposing a bill that would remove the elected school board of the South Bend Community School Corporation and replace it with an all-appointed board, basically by the governor or the Secretary of Education in Indiana. It would create a nominating commission from these organizations, kind of heavily favoring business entities here locally. So this is a good moment to talk about what are those different kinds of setups for school boards here in Indiana, because this would be very unique. This is not normal. This is not something that is normally done. So first, starting with the basics, in Indiana, every public school district is required to have a school board. Its job is to govern the district, set policy, oversee, and hire the superintendent. Now, most districts in Indiana have a fully elected school board. Community members choose their representatives in nonpartisan elections, although the partisan part has changed a little bit. There is a smaller number that use appointed or hybrid boards, but those are rare, and they're usually created through special legislation like is being proposed right now. South Bend Community School Board has a fully elected 7-member board. 5 are elected by district, 2 are elected by large. That means everybody throughout the whole school district will elect those at-large members. Now, this structure gives South Bend residents direct control over who represents them and how their schools are governed. So this bill that's been filed by Senator Linda Rogers would dramatically change the South Bend School Board. This would eliminate that school board entirely. All those current board members would be removed on July 1st. They would be just basically considered an advisory board until their terms expire. And then after that, even the advisory board would disappear. This isn't the only special legislation that has targeted South Bend or St. Joseph County. There's been several over many years. The biggest example I can give you is how we don't elect Superior Court judges here in St. Joe County. We're only one of 2 counties in the entire state of Indiana that is not allowed to elect our Superior Court judges. Those are appointed by the governor. So now, if this special legislation passed, South Bend would become one of the only districts throughout the state that does not have an elected school board or any elected school board members. So instead of voters choosing who governs their schools, instead of parents having the ability to choose, that power would shift basically to a combination of local business groups, but in the end, the state level officials, namely the Secretary of Education or the governor. So supporters of elected school boards would say that is what ensures local control and local accountability. Those school board members answer directly to the families, to the taxpayers that they serve right here in their own backyard. Appointed boards like this, on the other hand, can prioritize the interests of the groups that appointed them rather than the community as a whole.